There we go. That's what I'm talking about, guys. I'm muttering and stuttering. Namaste. God bless. How are all of you? I just received news again. Person I know the personality, and that's something manifested from that personality, and it just drives me crazy. I'm gonna, you know this stuff, man. I want to. Hopefully this will help you guys. I'm at a loss for words because it's just Florence Scovel Shinn, the beloved author, back in the late 1800s, 1900s, said life is just a series of boomerangs. And indeed, and she noted in a story about a woman who felt lonely. She was always lonely. She said, nobody ever brings me flowers. And she was one of her clients, and always basked in that notion that nobody loved her. But she loved flowers, but nobody ever brought her flowers. And the next day, a flower pot fell on her head. So she got her flowers, all right, but not from nobody, but she got what she desired in life, the intention. And Socrates warned us 400 years before the life of Christ. He noted, I'm going to go right to the quote box. I'm kind of overwhelmed by the news I just received about an associate. I knew it. And this is, bear with me, please, bear with me. This will all make sense. Socrates noted, the secret of change is to focus all your energy, not on fighting the old, but in building a new. If you guys realize that the atom bomb is just a can of energy, that's basically what it is. And it's evolving and revolving at such pressure, it needs a release point. We are the same thing. We are constructed of these atoms. Basically almost the same thing, if not the same thing. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. We're basically a source of canned energy. And where we direct that energy in our lives, past, present, and or future, it's going to manifest. Hence the little story about the lady in the beginning there from Florence Scovel Shinn. And that was from the book, The Power of Intention, which is phenomenal. I listened to that the other night when I was working in my buds. And I wanted to bring a show about this because, again, I hear news of it, not just today, but another person that I know and love dearly, who has manifested throughout their life constant struggle, constant sickness, constant issues in their life because they're using this atom bomb that we're constructed of and finding a release point, and it's manifesting in their physicality. And emotion out of that not in that quote, but emotion is energy in motion. It's a conscious mental reaction, hence a state or feeling. And from that emotion, that atom bomb that we are, waiting for a release point of all the energy we're putting into that one area of our life, hence thoughts. Those thoughts become things. We develop what they call disease. That's a body that's not at ease, if you want to hyphen that word and break it down. It's great because they have a great definition in Webster. It says manifested by distinguishing signs. So we all know, and you guys who follow me and all the guys out there know that thoughts become things. When you realize you're an atom bomb, you're a ticking time bomb of whatever you want to manifest, whatever you want to bring to this life and this world and this reality. But where you direct that energy, where you send it out every single day, it's gonna manifest. So whether you want to focus on what happened to you, what's going on now, or what you can make happen for you, that atom bomb is going to find a place and it's going to release that energy. And in our physicality, in the disease factor in our life, I found this amazing site yesterday, and it's funny because I was talking, as I was gathering information, one of my daughters called, and I'll get to that. It's really cool how it relates to her and me. I'm going to use, and this site goes on forever. And it's called The Emotional Causes. Look it up for yourself. The Emotional Causes of Disease. When you realize what you're creating, not knowing in life, you do know because you feel it every day. But when you realize what you're creating in here, from what you're thinking about out here, you'll realize what's going on there. You'll realize how powerful you are. And I took a bunch of these a bunch of information and relate it to me, and which is quite ironic. It's really cool. But I'm going to go through a couple of them, and this is how. And you don't see this on any medical websites. You're not going to see this on any kind of commercial out there. They want to keep you sick by giving you the medicine all the time. I'm not here as a homeopathic, guru. I'm not. All I'm doing is I'm sharing information with you guys for you to do it for yourself, to come up with your own beliefs and your own thoughts about life. And it's really important. It's really important. All of this made sense to me because I knew what I was drawing into my life. I knew what I was attracting into my life by this atom bomb that I'm constructed of and what I'm thinking of every single day. So here we go. Emotional causes of disease. And see if this relates to you guys, because this is what they were warning us about. The secret of change is to focus all your energy not on fighting the old. We spend the majority of our lives fighting on what happened to us. We're fighting the emotions, we're fighting the feelings, we're fighting the sadness, we're fighting the guilt, or we could be creating the happiness, the abundance. Does that make sense? We're focusing our energy, we're putting it in the wrong place, if that makes sense, guys. Sorry, I'm really not angry, but I knew it. This person I know and love dearly. All right, here we go. Now, a tumor is just a mass of energy, correct? And what we all know, it's created by a mass of that you can't see into something. You know where that tumor comes from on an emotional level? Incorrect beliefs, stubbornness, and refusing to change. Hence, you keep directing your energy on whatever's happened to you in life. The next one is, which a lot of people I know personally, is cancer. Do you realize cancer? They found cancer in mummified Egyptians, man. And this is thousands of years ago. But back then, they were eating pure food. Pure fruits, vegetables, meats, wheats, barleys, the whole 9 yards. Well, why were they getting cancer? You guys can answer your own question on that. And that cancer wasn't found, notably, until 1775 by a British doctor when he found it in chimney sweepers. But at the same time, they always say you are what you eat. That's bullshit. You are what you think. Because you don't see that on television, though. People are, no, you got to take this pill to feel better. But cancer, it's funny. It's not funny. It's quite sad because you heard the old adage, what's eating at you? Indeed. What's eating at you? Cancer is from deep hurt, grief, long-standing resentment. I know people, and I experienced this. If you do something long enough, you're going to become a master at it and create that. That's the point of all this. You keep focusing on what hurt you or what is helping you. You're going to create either and or in your life. And when you start realizing that thoughts are things, emotion is energy in motion. Emotion, you're just directing the energy to a certain part of you, and it's going to create that. It's an amazing synopsis of life if you guys can grasp hold of it for yourself. The next one, this is funny, and because it relates to me, and there's several of them in there I'm going to go with you guys that actually relate to me. I suffer from hearing loss and what they call tinnitus, high-pitched hearing in the ear. And what did I do all my life? I blocked people out. I said, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to hear you. What did I get? Does that make sense? That doesn't bother me. I don't mind. I don't gotta hear half the shit in the world that goes on. Usually gets me crazy anyway. But here's another one that related to me for many, many moons. And it doesn't anymore, but post-nasal drip. You know what post-nasal drip comes from? Inner crying. The victim mentality. It's just it's not going backwards because you have so much emotional pain and sadness on the inside. You guys getting pressure headaches, and you're always. Isn't this great? I hope this really brings you guys some insight, because it's stuff like this that'll get the juices flowing in your thought process, and you realize the atom bomb that you are and what you're creating in life. And the next one, this is so funny. Granted, they have an alphabetical order on this. I'm gonna promote it again. The emotional causes of disease. If you guys Google it up, and it's amazing because it relates to everything in life and how emotion creates everything in life. And when I told my daughter about it, which I'm gonna mention to you on the next one, but this one is funny. Many moons ago, a lot of you can relate, but you don't promote it. But you suffered from hemorrhoids. Yeah, I did for years, man, years. And all I kept saying back then life was a big pain in the ass. What did I get back? I just got back the karma I was sending out. And I was focusing on how hard life was, on the struggle, the tension, and everything else in life. And this of all, before I get to my daughter's story, and I'll let you guys go, hernia. You guys remember, back in November, I had an operation. Back then, the doctor said, look, we found some hernias, plural. We want to go in and fix it. And he didn't find one. He didn't find two. He found three. And hernia is ruptured relationships, feeling the burdens of the ruptured relationships. I had 3 devastating relationships in my life that really hurt me to the core. Marriage, obviously, and a couple other ones that I really, really cared about. And that this is not coincidence, Meatball. This is out there that I wanted to share with you guys as the red flag, as Socrates was saying back thousands of years ago, even before Christ came into existence. He said the secret of change, remember, the secret of change is putting your energy and focusing your energy on where you want it to go, not where you've been. And as I was writing all this stuff yesterday, I get a text from one of my kids, and they say, Dad, you okay? Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I said, listen, you still getting those planner's warts? She said, yeah, and they come all the time. She's always getting issues with the planner's warts on her feet and can barely walk and move forward in life. I said, you know where planner's warts come from? Anger, frustration, that emotion concentrating, failing to move forward in life. And I asked her, how you been feeling lately? She goes, I feel stuck, frustrated, and angry. I said, bingo. I said, understand. She goes, I didn't realize emotions cause this. I said, emotions are the premise. They're the preamble to your future. So whatever you keep focusing on and putting emotion and feeling into it, in essence, you're bringing to you in your physicality in life, because those atoms need somewhere to go. You're this amazing ticking time bomb of whatever you want to create. And when you realize that emotion causes diseases in your life, when you realize that, it's the biggest red flag the biggest gift you can give yourself is understanding what's bothering you and where you can go from there. Now, how do you change? You focus on what you want to bring. You focus on what you want to have, be, and do, instead of where you've been, the pain, the hurt. And if you keep doing it enough, you're going to redirect the atoms of energy that you have in your body and your mind and your thinking to a new outlook. It's easier said than done, indeed. But cancer doesn't happen overnight, Meatball. It takes years and years and years of manifestation till all those things come together and bam, then it starts growing rapidly. That's the explosion. That's the atom bomb effect that people have in their lives. And it gets me pissed off because I know and I see it in people that what Dr. Joe Dispenza made sense. Your personality creates your personal reality. And when you guys can grasp this for yourself, and the biggest gift you can give yourself is peace of mind, your aspirations, your intentions to create the most amazing life that you want, all this shit's gonna go by the wayside. Every single bit of it. I'm not saying it's gonna happen overnight. I'm not guaranteeing you life and or death. I'm not guaranteeing anything. All I'm saying to you is it'll bring you peace because you know what's going on. When you don't know what's going on in life, that's what drives me knuck and futz. If I don't know why things are happening, this is why I dabble in this stuff, because I spent years of trying to figure out why was I keep hitting the wall, because I kept driving the same way. And in essence, I was directing the energy to the wall by my thoughts and feelings every single day, guys. So I'll give the website for you one more time, and you guys feel free to check it out for yourself. It's absolutely astounding because it shows this is not New Age, Meatball. This is not New Age thinking or New Way thinking or new thought patterns in life. It's been there. It's been there since the beginning of time. In essence, it's finished. As Genesis said, everything is already here. You can pick and choose illness and disease. You can pick and choose harmony. You can pick and choose abundance. You can pick and choose wealth in your life. But where are you directing the atom bomb of thought that you are every single day? The atoms that you can't see are going to manifest into something that you can see. So guys, America's Mentor. Did I get that? What's that again? The emotional causes of disease. I didn't want to forget that here before I plug myself. America's Mentor _radio at America's Mentor on Twitter at America's Mentor on YouTube. I'm going to upload Kurt's show that we did on Monday night. I didn't get a chance to yesterday. I got some employment issues that people are on vacation. I'm not even off, supposedly off until tomorrow. But I'm blessed. Indeed, I'm blessed indeed. But I'll upload that show. It's on self-talk. What you say to yourself is what you bring to yourself. Guys, have an amazing Wednesday. I'll see you guys soon, man.